Kathleen Murphy from Murphy Media Partners here in New York City, and we are talking today to Jack Brewer, who is the founder of Brewer Group Companies, one of which is Brewer Sports International, and in the NFL, played for the Minnesota Vikings, the Giants, the Eagles, and ended his career with the Cardinals. Mr. Jeremy Bloom, two-time Olympian freestyle skier. He also played 3 seasons in the NFL with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And in 2008, founded Wish of a Lifetime, which makes dreams come true for low-income seniors. So I will put down my long list of credentials for both of you. What do you think it is about business that is attracted to athletes? What does business know? What does business sense about competitive athletes like the two of you that says, these are guys that I want to work with, these are guys that I want to get into business with?
Well, Kathleen, I'll start that off. I mean, for me, first off, Jeremy, it's an honor to even be on the line with you, man. You are really, one of our country's elite athletes across the board. And that's
I appreciate it.
As far as business goes, I mean, someone who can put their dedication in work ethic and drive into a sport like that and really master them. I mean, you get them in a business environment, they're going to do the exact same thing. A lot of people don't know this, but particularly the National Football League is a very complicated sport. I mean, you can't just be a great athlete unless you're just, a freak of nature, so to speak. You have to be someone with some intelligence because you have to retain so much information. You have to be able to make decisions, really on instinct. And so it all that correlates to business as we know. But I'll let Jeremy comment.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with Jack, and I think that as I look at athletics and the lessons that I've learned that have worked in parallel in business, I think it starts with a singular focus. I mean, really, when I was 10 years old, the only 2 things that mattered to me in my life was going to the NFL, getting a chance to play there, and skiing in the Olympics. And every single decision that I made through my teenage years was with that in mind. Is this going to help or hurt my chances? So I didn't do a lot of the proms or the homecomings. I mean, I was very focused on just those 2 things and overcoming barriers, because as an athlete, whether you hear people say, you can't do these types of things or you're too small or whatever, the things that we hear, the successful ones are able to use that and harness that energy to use in the gym or to use in mental preparations to overcome those barriers. And in business and nonprofit, it's the same thing. You run into obstacles every single day. And if you have that singular focus of where you ultimately want to go and use the lessons that you learn in for me in skiing and football to overcome them, it's been really helpful.
Both of you have made significant business decisions in terms of philanthropy. I'm going to start with you, Jeremy. Was it really a personal thing or was it a social responsibility?
I think it was a personal thing for me. And then the particular section that I created a nonprofit for was more a social problem. I think we do so many things right in the U.S. and we have an amazing country, but I think there's so much more that we can do for our aging population. There's millions of 80, 90, and 100-year-old people confined to 4 walls right now, and their family members don't visit anymore. Their siblings have passed on, and it's really sad. We reach these people at a point in their lives where sense of purpose is missing. And we knock on their door and we say, you don't know us, but we're Wish of a Lifetime. And, that thing you've always wanted to do for 50 or 60 years, or that wish you've always had, that person in your life you've always wanted to reconnect with, we care about you and what you've done for us, and we want to make that wish come true.
Oh, that's great. Well, Jack, for you, was it personal or was it more just a responsibility?
I think it's both for me. I take it. I think it's my obligation to give back. For me, there is nothing else. It's my obligation, and that's something that I take pride in, and that's the point. The fact of trying to give back to not only the country's most poor, but the world's poorest people.
Do you have a favorite story?
Yeah, I do. I think for me, when I was able to go to Africa for the first time, and really, see the work of our labor, and meet with 100 orphans who we had given an opportunity to go to school, who had lost both parents to HIV and AIDS, and most of them were taking care of their their siblings. Just to see that and to witness that and kind of, be a part of it firsthand, really changed my life. And it's something that continues to stick in my head. And so, when I hear people in America complain, or, I see specials about, the broken education systems in America and this and that, it really, it makes you want to focus more globally and not taking anything away from Americans because it's the greatest country in the world. But, at the same time, there's more that we can do. And I think, it's really commendable what he's doing with the elderly, because that's just a population of people that we kind of put on the back burner. And there are not enough organizations that focus on that.
Gentlemen, thank you very, very much. Enjoyed it. I hope you did too. And I will put you both in touch.
Yeah, put that. Yeah, thanks, Kathleen, and shoot me JB's email address so, Jack, we can stay in touch.
I definitely will.
Hey, let's do that, man. Good talking to you, Jeremy. Thank you.